Flosstube friends. Welcome back to Stacie Stitches. Today is Tuesday, March the 23rd, and this is Flosstube episode number 6. So, for those of you that this is your first time joining, this is a YouTube channel about cross-stitch, crafting, everyday life. It's a way to connect to the cross-stitching community. And if you are a subscriber, thanks for coming back to visit with me. This week might be a little light because I've been trying to push on through my March Madness winner so it can get finished and all that. I usually have a couple of segments on my Flosstube channel. The first being Best New Thing. Best New Thing this week, number 1, is my girl, Jody of the Stacie Stitches, announced this week that she, the magical dying wizard that she is, has decided to start a monthly subscription program. What? So that means if you've been salivating over her fabrics and haven't bought any from Fire Poppies, you might want to ping her and see if there's any room left in her subscription service to get some of her magical, beautiful fabric. So congratulations, Jody. It's so exciting for you to start out on this new adventure. And I'm excited for you and excited for me because I got in on there from the jump. The other best new thing. So everybody was so excited about the Needle Society box. If you've been watching all of the reveals, you know that they do a stellar job of providing us with fun things and useful things. And one of the things that everybody has gone bonkers over is the tablet or pattern stand. So I looked at my husband and I was like, hey babe, I really like that. Do you think you can make me one? He's like, yeah, no problem. So my other best new thing, you guessed it, it's the tablet / pattern holder. So he made it significantly bigger than the one in the Needle Society box. But look at how beautiful it is. He never does anything halfway, so it couldn't just be just a plain old piece of wood. He had to put some walnut and maple and all sorts of other things. But, so this one, he warned me. So just like the Steel City, or not Steel City Sisters, but Black Needle Societies, you can take it apart and put it away. Or you can put it together. So so not only did he put a hole up here to put your cord through, but then you could fish it back here, then up through the back you can push it through. And there's also a little lip so that your pattern, excuse my reach, you can put your pattern up there like this, or you can put your tablet. So it's so cool. But what I plan on doing too is putting some magnets on the back so then I can slap a needle there, slap my scissors there. But I thought it was so nice. He did an amazing job. He spoils me. So that's totally awesome. So those are my 2 best new things this week. Couldn't get any better than that, right? Jody fabric and a new stand for all my patterns and my tablet. Super cool. So then, now onto the stitching. I did not do a ton of stitching this week. I don't know why. I think it was the competing with my son because we had spring break last week and finally he went back to school this week. So, which I think is weird. For some reason, they have a full week of vacation and then an in-service day on Monday. And they do that for both the spring break and the winter break. So his winter break is like 2 weeks and a day long. I don't ever remember getting that much time off for school. So stitching. I did not have any FFOs, fully finished objects this week, but I did finish one thing. And oddly enough, it's not the thing that won my March Madness bracket. I've been wanting to get this finished for my niece so I can get it up to her. So I finished Don't Let Anyone Dull Your Sparkle from Miss Shiny Crafts or Shiny Miss Crafts. I will link below on Etsy. I finished it. It looks so good. Let's see. There you go. So the model was stitched with like black and gold, but she's a girly girl, so I wanted to do something girly. So this is on a 28 count even weave in Blue Mist by Dove Stitch. It's such a cool modeling with the purple. And then I used some, I can't remember the number now, just some purple and then a variegated purple DMC, and then the Etoile for the sparkle. And then for these, I used the Silver Diamant. So all DMC. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm just gonna frame it. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I want her to be able to hang it on her wall and use it as an affirmation every day before she leaves for school. She's like 10, so I thought that was good. So hopefully next week I'll have an FFO for you. So that got finished, which, does that count for a March oh, sorry about that. Does that count for my March Madness? Or is it now disqualified? Even though all of my brackets have been voted on, can I count this for my finish for March? I bet you the ladies of SCS would say, no, I can't. I can't count that. So on to my WIPs, my works in progress. So I started April of Year of Celebrations from Hands On Design. These ones usually stitch up pretty quickly. And I lost, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. So here's I got all of the, for these little ones, I try to do I do it by color. So I do all of the stitching of each color. But look at that variegated blue for the clouds. That's all one thread color. And I believe that's a week's Dye Works color. But it's beautiful. Just that variegation alone, and in such a small little thing. So that's how far along I am on that. I stitched this on 14 count Venetian Stone Ada from Witchelt. And then the only other thing I stitched on was my, my March Madness bracket winner, which is, here comes Peter Cottontail from Stitching with the Housewives. I'm not going to say I'm almost done, but I got done all of the lettering. I just have to get done. I always put the needle in. I'm not prepared today. I just have to get the bunny done. So there it is. This is my first time stitching on 36 count. And I did it 2/2. I'm thinking I should have done it 1/2. I'm not sure. What do you think? The stitches look kind of messy to me. But from far away, no one's going to know the difference. So I would just have to do the bunny, the big bunny. So I think, what do I have? A week and a half left of March? I think I'll be able to finish it. But I still haven't decided how I'm going to FFO it. Depends on how big it turns out to be. This is not as big as the model stitch because the model was on 28 count. This is on 36 count. What do you all think? I know I ask you what do you all think, but nobody really answers me. Just kidding. Some of you do. Thank you for all your feedback last week, because I did get quite a few comments. I'm not sure though if that was because I had a giveaway. So those are the only things I worked on stitching wise this week. Sorry, I have this flyaway hair because if you'll notice, this is way shorter than the rest of them. But last year I had a cyst removed from my scalp, and they took a big chunk of hair with it. And hey, for a year, that's pretty good. It grew back pretty fast. But that's why I have those flyaways. Sorry. And it's distracting me. Stop distracting me. I'm not a primper, so, you know, I don't dry my hair. This is just kind of how it happens. And this is in my, I love this bag. This is in my Dot Dot Goose. One of my Dot Dot Goose bags. I love Denise's bags. She knows I love her bags, and I say it every week, I think. But yes, so that was my stitching for the week. Woo-hoo-hoo! Not much to say about the stitching. However, I am excited about that stand and excited to finish that one piece. So that was pretty cool. Now I go into a segment that seems to be coming, not becoming, but I didn't want to use the word enabler, so I used influencer. My influencer this week was Annie from The Joy-Filled Stitcher on YouTube and Instagram. She had pulled out her Forbidden Fiber Company flosses, and I keep seeing them everywhere else, and I'm like, oh, you know, how many subscription services can I subscribe to? Because I'm in a lot right now. But I could not pass up Forbidden Fiber Company's Floss of the Month Club. So I signed up for that. So that's my shop of the week and my influencer of the week. Thanks, Annie, for pushing me into joining yet another subscription service. But truly, I love supporting the small businesses. So Fiberlicious in Fabric of the Month and Floss of the Month for them. Forbidden Fiber Company, Floss of the Month in. Be Stitch Me, Fabric of the Month in. Now Jody's Fabric of the Month Club in. So yes, thank you again, Annie, for turning me on to Forbidden Fiber Co. And I look forward to my first package from them. Who am I watching this week? So I know there's a lot of senior Flosstubers, not so much just ladies who have been around or have quite a following, who are helping us little guys out with boosting our subscribers and viewership, which is awesome. Another reason to love this community is how everybody wants everybody else to excel and succeed with their channels. That's totally awesome. Now, one person that I started watching this week is not a new Flosstuber. She's very well known, and that is Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. I loved her framing tutorial and how she frames using the pinning method. I don't like the lacing method. I know that's the traditional way to do it. And if I'm doing it for a gift, I may do it that way. But I find it to be like, once you do it, that's it. You've done it. You can't fix it. So I like the way that she used that pinning method. And so I am going to go with that. So thank you, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. And I'm not sure if she goes by Liz or Elizabeth. in her everyday life. But she has a lot of cool tutorials, and she does a lot of quilting, and I really enjoy her Flosstube channel. So I'm going back and watching more and more and more because she has quite a few videos herself. And then, so I'm going to try to do like one new Flosstuber and one, I guess we want a seasoned Flosstuber? Well-known Flosstuber? Flosstube royalty, if you will. So someone who started their Flosstube, I just watched their first episode and they only have one episode, is Emma XStitch. So Emma loaded up her first video this past week, and of course, because she's British, I could listen to her talk all day long and it wouldn't bother me one iota. Nope. But she showed some of her work and some of the patterns I had never seen before. So I thought that was really interesting. And she was nervous like we all are. And she does the same thing that we all do, which is look at yourself in the camera instead of looking at the shutter in the camera. And a lot of ums and ohs and so's and yeahs and the same thing that we all do. So welcome aboard the Flosstube train, Emma. Woo woo! And I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you were convinced and influenced by some other Flosstubers to get your patoot on the screen and show everybody your beautiful work. So I'm looking forward to seeing some more of her videos, and hopefully she'll pop on by and visit my channel as well. So those were my two Flosstubers that I've been watching this week. Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch and Emma XStitching. I don't think it's XStitches, XStitching. But I will tag her on Instagram, because once I get done these, I tag everybody that I mention, or at least I try to, in a post on Instagram. And they're probably like, why are you tagging me? You're crazy. You crazy lady. So moving on to Stitchy Kindness. This week, I was super excited to get a package from the Stacie Stitchers. They sent me a little care package, and I was so excited and so happy. And I'll show you what they sent me. They sent me a bunch of treats. They sent me this ginormo box of chocolate covered pretzels, which FYI, I'm sure they didn't know this, but this is my favorite treat of all time, a chocolate covered pretzel. However, I just went back on Weight Watchers. So I'll have to save up some points this week to have one of these. But I appreciate it so much. They also sent me some yummy other treats, some tea drops. It must be something with Stitchers. We all drink tea for whatever reason. Though I don't usually drink the super fancy tea that they all drink. And some, looks like, homemade peanut butter meltaways, probably from a local confectionery in Pittsburgh. Exciting. Can't eat it either. Well, I can. That's Weight Watchers, you can. You just suffer the consequences. And some teas. Yep. Hawaiian Island tea. Tezo Wild Apple Sarsaparilla tea. And boy, there's a lot of teas in here. Hopefully you guys aren't giving me away all the teas you hate. I don't think you'd do that. Coconut vanilla. Ooh, elderberry blackberry. I love a blackberry anything. And wild sweet orange. Oh, I would like that too. You know why they're giving these away? Because these are caffeine free. I don't think Erin drinks anything unless it has caffeine in it. I could be wrong. It could be the other way around. So they sent me that. So that was exciting. And then to the really good stuff. You want to see the really good stuff? So they sent, of course they sent me a little card and a little note, but Erica made me a little thread keeper. Look at that. And look, it's got little cherries on the back. She is a gifted sewer, for sure. I think she needs to set up a Zoom meeting so she can teach me how to use my sewing machine. So cute. And then I got some magical Jody fabric. The magician herself sent me some 40 count linen. Of course, who knows what the colorways are, but does it really matter because they're just so amazing. Let me try to hold them up so you can see it. Look at this. This is like bam. Citrus City. Look at that. So you could do something summery or Halloween on this thing. That is some deep, deep colors there. And then she also sent me some 40 count of my favorite color in the whole wide world, purple. And look at this. Look at that. That's so cool. You guys send me these fabrics, but I have to figure out what to stitch on them. What am I going to stitch on that? So gorgeous. Love it. So thank you, Jody, Erica, Kristen, and Aaron, Stacie Stitchers. I love chatting with you ladies. You always make me laugh every week. You guys definitely got some magic going on there with your Flosstube channel and with your friendship. It's so nice and refreshing to see women who, you know, we always get a bad rap that, you know, we can't really be friends and everybody's catty. I'm like, maybe back in the day when you were a teenager, but yeah, we got to lift each other up. And you guys definitely do that. You do that for each other. You do that for who you come in contact with. So I really appreciate that. And I love my little treats. So awesome. Then I got my order from Abby, the top-notch stitcher. She sent me a little note and a little needle minder. It's like a wooden button needle minder. So cool. And I got from Abby, I got the new release dinky dies. You know, I've bought some other dinky dies from her, but I haven't used them yet. But these are the new ones. Look at that. Oh, come on, focus, you. They're beautiful. So I got those. So those were the new ones. They were released for Expo. I also got these dinky dies, which I think I had a plan for them, but now I don't remember what that plan was. I think it might be for one of the patterns that I ordered here from Expo. But this is Wild Honey and Sydney Harbor. Look at those. Beautiful. So I got that. And Abby's amazing. Like, I kept going back after like every couple of, like maybe once a week leading up to Expo, and there was always something else that I had to have. And she was so great because what she did is she waited until she got all the product in from Expo, compiled it into one order, and then sent it off to you, and she would refund you any additional shipping charges that weren't warranted. So like I placed 3 separate orders and was charged shipping on all 3, but then she refunded me basically the difference, which is awesome. So another reason to do business with small businesses, because they take care of you. The customer service is amazing. So one of the new release patterns that I got is Pumpkin Pumpkin from Loohoo Stitches. I just thought that pumpkin was adorbs. Living in Florida, like I get so sucked into every fall thing and it never feels like fall here. I miss fall. It was my favorite season. I got Blessings Be More from Erica Michaels because you know me, Irish, all the Irish things, I will get them. And of course, the Engraver's Chart from Hello from Liz Matthews. Now, I am not the crazy person who is going to stitch this entire thing. I just wanted the alphabet because the letters are just gorgeous. The calligraphy is amazing. So I got that. I also got my first band. So I got this Renaissance band sampler from Works by ABC. I think that's what I got those dinky dies for, was to do the blue and the orange together. What do you think? Is blue and orange not good like this? That's what I want to do with this. What do you guys think? Do they go together? I think it goes together. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Please. Thanks. And then the last thing I got from her was my Flosstube Friends pattern. I already have something fell over. I picked up my fabric. I got all of the called for floss. Now, I don't know if you watched Janet Jabber this week, but I had spearheaded a round robin. So there's 6 of us going to be doing a round robin with this. So what that means is each one of us ladies will each stitch a lady. And then once we stitch a lady, we will pass it along to another stitcher who will then stitch a different lady. So that when we're done, each of the 6 of us has stitched a lady on this piece. I just thought it'd be a good idea or a good way to get other Flosstubers involved. Now we have, I believe we have two of the ladies who decided to join us are not Flosstubers. I don't care if they're Flosstubers or not. It's a way to be connected to each other. So we have Janet Jabber, Janet of Janet Jabber, Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives, Heather, Punky Pearl, who, if you haven't watched her, she does some really, she doesn't upload videos often, but when she does, her finishes they're really nice. And she does knitting too. So she does some knitting in there. Go check her out. And then we have Sally and Jessica. Those are the 2 ladies that do not have Flosstubes, but they are on Insta. So you'll be seeing more of this pattern throughout the months as, I don't know if I'm going to show the actual stitching that I do on it though, because I want it to be a surprise. But I guess it's really not going to be a surprise because we all have the pattern, right? So I will. I'll show it. Whatever. So I'm excited to start this. The pattern is just so cute. And again, I love the diversity in the ladies so that it's showing more inclusion, which is always a good thing. I think I might actually have the fabric that I'm using in here. I do. So I also got a couple swatches of fabric, and I'm going to do, my floss is stuck on here. I am going to do that pattern on 40 count Country Mocha Newcastle linen. That's what the girls voted for. They're all mad at me because I'm doing it on 40 count. But there it is. I think it'll look good on there. So yeah, They're all kind of pissed at me because I'm doing 40 count, but that's what it calls for. So y'all have to get over it. You'll get plenty of time to stitch on it, and you're not stitching the whole thing on 40 count, right? Because you're only stitching a little tiny bit. You're only stitching one lady. Okay? No more crying. And then what else did I get? Oh, from my lovely friend Bobby at Pumpkin Creek Primitives, I saw this primitive hair fabric, and I was like, I'm not really a fan of bees, but I just can't not get this fabric. It's called Royal Bees. Ooh, I did it again, dude. Look at that. You see the bees? It's so pretty, and it smells like tea. And coffee. It smells like tea and coffee. But I thought it was really cool. I thought it'd be cool to do a Halloween, Halloween pattern on. And then when I ordered from Bobby, she sent me a little care package with it, with her little card. Look how cute her little card is. Woo. Can you see that? It's not gonna focus. But she sends these little stickers. How cute are they? And of course a tea bag. And look at that. Oh, oh. There we go. A little bee charm. Love it. And some buttons. Dude, everything is falling over today. I quit. I quit. So then I got my first order from Fortnight Fabrics. I really like the fabrics that they do, but I think I'm going to stop with the subscription. Just because, excuse me, hold please. Just because I have too many subscriptions. And sorry fellas, that yours is the one that's getting knocked out. But I did get my one and only month, and this is Agnes on 40 count linen. So it's like a mottled greenish brown. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. So it's pretty. But this is the one that spoke to me when I opened it. And this is Phil and Lil. And it is a 28 count linen. But look at this green. Look at that. It's like green and blue. Very pretty. Very pretty. Very springy. Even summer. Not sure what I'm going to stitch on that either. Again, like Bobby, I just buy the fabric and then figure it out later. Figure out later what am I going to stitch on that. Is it me, or does it seem like I just have haul and haul and haul and haul and haul every week? Should I not show so much haul? Are you guys cool with me showing all this haul? Because I'm not done yet. I got some more. So I told you a couple weeks ago, not last video, but the video before, that I had purchased, remember this? 10 skeins of Almond MnM's floss or silks. So I got Stacie Sapphire. They're so cute. Like, and I don't know, look at, can you read that? No, you can't, because it won't focus because it's so small. I don't know how Ymir writes that tiny. And they're little tiny. They're so tiny, but they're so cute. And just because they're tiny doesn't mean that there's not yards there. I think these is 8 yards. So that was, what did I say? Stacie Sapphire. Oh, look at this one. Cotton Candy. cotton candy. I need my reading glasses. Estrella or Estrella. That's so cool. So cool. And Emerald City. Kind of matches my shirt. These are such pretty colors. She does amazing, amazing work. And she's the cutest little thing ever. Yeah, you see me? You see me doing this? Clouds. Another variegated blue. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is gilded gold. Yeah, it is. Pretty. And berry blue. Yeah, look at that blue. That is blue. Love it. This is a really cool one too. This is sangria. Makes sense, right? So this is like going from darkers to lighters or lighters to darkers. What is that called? Ombre, right? So cool. And Moss Boss. Moss Boss. Very nice, very nice. And lastly, powder blue. I think I like blue and purple. Do you? I bought a lot of blue and purple. So yeah, that was my little package from Yamir of Almond MnM Studios. Very pretty, very pretty. And then I also got from Lady Dot Creates. She had this cute little finishing assortment. It's called Chick Parade. So it's got her finishing fabrics and chenille, and it looks like there's some, so the three finishing fabrics, some baker's twine, ribbon, chenille. I don't think there's no pom-pom trim in here, but there's also, it looks like there is some twill tape too down there. But I thought this was a cute little package if I ever finish anything for Easter. So I got that. Then I got some laces. So I got wading pool and dandelions. Her laces are so pretty. I also got some rayon ribbon in cherry blossom. That's pretty, that pink. And then I got some pom-pom trim called Chicky. Yeah, it does look like a little chickadee. So cute. Folks, we're still not done with the haul. Are you sick of my haul? So when I was searching and searching for some fabric for that Flosstube Friends, I picked up a couple from 123 Stitch. So I picked up the Country Mocha. Then I picked, I don't know why I thought this might work, but this 40 count Apricot Newcastle. It kind of would, except the one dress would totally get washed out. But that is really pretty. Now I'm going to have to find something to stitch on that. Maybe one of the Easter things. And then I also got 40 count champagne. But I think the ladies thought this was a little too light. And then I got 40 count cream. Also, I think this was showing up a little too light. My camera's getting pretty dark there. The light is changing now. So those were the fabrics that I got. for that. And so I got 4 fabrics for that one pattern. And so now I'm going to have to find some place to use all that other fabric. And then I think last but not least, I got got 2 book sleeves from Love You More Studios, which I'll probably use for smaller projects. But look at the card that comes with it. So I got the Didn't Say Fudge. You know, I love this movie. My son watched this movie for the first time this year. He's 7. And I finally got him to sit down and watch it, and he loved it. So this is from A Christmas Story. So I think I'll put my Christmas Story pattern in here. So I got that, and I got, I love this, Awesome Mix Volume 2 sleeve. So it's tapes. And, you know, people of a certain age use these. So like me, I would sit and listen to the radio and hit record and make a mixtape. If you youngsters don't know what a mixtape is, you need to go look it up and figure it out, because it was the coolest thing to show how you felt about somebody when you were a teenager. PSA over. But this is just, I love it so much. I wish I could find some like cool 80s, 90s things. Who had that? Who had a pattern like that? Kristen? Stacie Stitches, did you have a pattern like that? If so, can you tell me where you got it and where I can find it? Because that might be something cool. Something cool to make my girlfriends, like a little collage of all the things we did when we were, you know, in elementary school. See, my 2 oldest girlfriends I've known since elementary school. My best friend since 1st or 2nd grade. Then my other friend since 6th grade. And then the last of my tight-knit four-girl group, she came along when we were in junior high school, which in Pennsylvania, they still have junior high schools, but nowhere else has them. So junior high school was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And then high school is 10, 11, and 12. But I think they're changing that at my alma mater this year, in the coming years. So yeah, that was my haul this week. So last week I put up, or I was giving away this jasmine tea pattern from Madame Chantilly. And the winner of this was Honor Crowned Crafts. I will send you a message, or I will comment on your comment. So, and if you could please email me your address, and I will get this in the mail to you. Congratulations. So plans. Obviously, I have a little more plans than just working on 3 things, okay? So I need to finish up my March Madness pattern, the Here Comes Peter Cottontail. I also need to start a special gift for someone, which she may or may not, or they may or may not watch this, so I'm not going to show that. I also need to start my April Cottage of the Month, and I need to catch up on my 3 Sals. And then I need to start my Flosstube Friends. So I have a lot of stuff in the works that I need to get going. Exciting news this week. Personally, life updates. So, I got the Cricut Maker. I set it up. Now I got to binge watch Flosstube, or not Flosstube, but YouTube videos to figure out how to make it. Or how to use it. I got a ton of materials. Well, not a ton. I got like a bunch of materials, and I did the test cut and all went well, but I'm still trying to figure out the design space studio thing. So that's one thing. We we bought a new car. I have been driving a 2004 Nissan Xterra for 16 years. And my husband has been telling me that I need to get a new car for like 3 years. And I just could not rationalize in my head having 2 car payments because he got a new truck like 5 years ago or whatever. So I could not rationalize having 2 car payments, and I'm like, we are not driving anywhere anyway because we both work from home. What do I need a new car for? But in the last year, we've put $500 or $600 in the car. It's got a rear main leak seal, and we're going to be traveling this summer, and he wanted to not have to take his truck because he wants to be able to keep all of our stuff in a closed hatch, locked up type thing. So we paid off his truck last month, and over the weekend I was like, oh, we probably need to get a new car before June. So why don't we go look? We've been looking at the Hyundai Palisade and the Kia Telluride. So midsize SUV, nothing too fancy. And so we ended up getting a 2021 Kia Telluride LX, like the bottom of the barrel version, because I don't need all those bells and whistles and all that jazz. I didn't want captain seats in the back. So the only model that has a bench seat for the middle row, it has 3 rows, is the lowest trim package. I'm like, I'm totally fine with that. Can we tell you how difficult it is to find a Kia Telluride? They didn't have this Kia Telluride XL 2021 trim package at the dealership. They only had like the top of the line model, and they only had a total of 5 all-wheel drive, because we want all-wheel drive. 5. And that was the most in a 100-mile radius. 5 Kia Tellurides all-wheel drive. Only 1 LX. And it was the dealer demo. So the salesman was amazing, and the dealership that we were dealing with is really good. They're one of the better, well-known ones in the area. And God bless him, he tried to get us into that into the more luxe trim package, but I was like, I don't want the more luxe trim package, because it has captain seats. I just want the bench seat. So they sold us the dealer demo, which the dealer currently had at his house. So they drove the truck back to the dealership, had it detailed, had it cleaned up, and we brought it home. So we got a new car. And my husband is happy because he's going to power wash the driveway to get all the oil stains off the driveway from my truck that I did not want to get rid of. That Nissan Xterra, it lasted a lifetime. It probably would have lasted 3 more years before we really had to get rid of it. So we got that. And lastly, spring semester is almost over, and I can get some of my life back. Actually, this semester hasn't been too bad. But yes, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm glad that my kid is back in school, and I am excited for some semblance of normalcy to return in the coming months. So that's my life update. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and the little bell to subscribe and get notifications when I drop a new video. And I appreciate all your comments and your likes, and I appreciate all the shout outs from some other Flosstubers. It's always good to have friends. So, as I tell you every week, let's quit bitching and just get stitching. And if anyone's offended by that, comment below. See you guys.